What is up, my raddies? So I'm going to update you guys with the build as it goes, and today is Monday. We still have to wait for the parts. I decided to get a clip kit, like a new worm clamp kit, so that I can just go over everything and make sure everything is 100% clamped down. So that's what I did today, and I'll show you what I did. So this is the kit. Placed that one right here. This line coming off here is where the new water pipe will come. The back, and it'll be a hard fitting for the turbo. I'll show you guys then. It feeds the coolant from the back. Took the assembly for the coil packs off, so it'll be a clear drop right in here. Since it is going to be a little bit bigger, and that's all that I've done so far. This is the piece that I told you I pulled off. Well guys, according to my order online, tomorrow will be the day that we get to do the turbo swap completely, because I had to wait on parts. It is Friday night. Tomorrow morning you guys will be able to see me do the rest of the swap. Hopefully you guys are excited as I am, and I can't wait to get it started. So it's crazy early. I got both of my packages that I need. They're both the water hoses. They're part of the assembly. I'm gonna open them up here for you guys quick so we can get started with this. I've been waiting forever. Water hose that we need. Sweet, we got them both. I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna just show you guys a time lapse and try to explain you guys what I'm doing, but yeah, I'll show you guys when I figure it out. So this is the line that I was talking about. For starters, this is the one that needs to go on, and is the more important one. This is the coolant feed from the back of the turbo. So I just gotta pull back this and remove this part, connect to the part that's sticking off the block. I actually opted out from the plastic one for the older OEM one. They switched them into plastic ones. This is plastic, I have the metal one. All right guys, got myself some morning pre-workout to wake up. So that's all you do. I used a flathead to pop it off. Pop right out. Now that goes down underneath where this one got kind of disconnected there, but I used an adjustable hose clamp, and I'll stick it back on there. And then there's a hose that comes up that mates up to this too, so I'll rehook that up, and then we'll be ready to drop the turbo. Show you real quick. He goes down here into the block, and that's where heater core will go in from the DSG cooler to that one. Then it'll run back down into this, which is the feed from the back. That's all we needed, was this guy right here. Well guys, and just for the hassle purpose, I put on the oil drain, because that one will probably be the biggest pain in the butt to put on after it's installed. You have the downpipe O-ring in the new turbo. Now we're gonna drop it. There we go, people. So much easier. Pull the coil packs out. Pulled the two coil packs out. We got it sitting in there. It's even a little bit more tight than the IS38, but I'm gonna tighten the turbo down. That's gonna be the first thing. Then we're gonna reattach all the lines. Turbo muffler, we will reattach. Like I said, you can see right there, the coolant feed goes into the back and comes out here. There's a hard fitting I'll reinstall. Probably do that now while it's loose and not bolted down. And it's all a reverse setup. Then we refill her back up with coolant, pray to God that there's no leaks, and we start her up. Guys, I'm just gonna update as we go. Got that coolant drain. Next step we're gonna do is tighten the turbo manifold up to the actual manifold block. Just reconnecting stuff, basically. The oil feed needs to go in. My new oil drain is right here. Going good so far, fingers crossed. All right, guys, I keep getting into it and forgetting to update you guys, but we have everything hooked up. The coolant feed, the coolant drain, the oil feed, the oil drain. Put up the new one, and the new one goes in great. It goes in with no kinks, which is awesome because you don't want the oil to get kinked up in the turbo. And then just how it fell, it was a little bit closer to the exhaust than I would like, so I heat wrapped it with this heat wrap I had left over. Now we are going to be hooking up the downpipe, intake parts, and the last bit of the coolant hoses that go over top. Then I'll throw my coil packs back in on the spark plugs, hook everything back up, hook my diverter valve, wastegate actuator, prime the turbo a couple times, and then we will be start up. And this is just to show you guys what I did. So here's the oil feed, the coolant drain, coolant feed back there, if you guys can see. Oil drain is down there. Fun fact, also before you hook the turbo up, you might want to put your turbo muffler into the charge pipes, because that one was a pain and I had to take everything off to get it back on. But everything is bolted up great. We have to hook the line that goes from here to here. That's one of the lines that I ordered. Exhaust needs to get bolted back up top with the V-band and down below, because I have it undone. I have gone over this and tightened everything down. I'm almost 1,000%, knock on wood, that this is all good and put back together 100%. Everything's plugged in. Put some coolant in, make sure it doesn't leak, fingers crossed, and then we can hook up the intake. It's actually burping this time. It wasn't before, which is a good sign that everything's working. And I don't see any leaks, so thank God for that. Really hoping that once it starts up, everything that's pressurized doesn't start leaking. Let it burp completely, see where it gets. When it stops burping, I'll start it up, and then we'll burp the system completely. And then, yeah, so we will be doing a first startup. I don't know if anyone can share in this experience with me or not, but I am so freaking nervous for the startup just because of how bad it was last time with everything. I feel like I'm anxious to not see that happen now, but I have no idea what's gonna happen. We're gonna start it up. Let's hope for a cool sounding startup at least. All right, guys, first startup. Guys, I hope that didn't scare you. It's running 100% now. That was the oil residual buildup in my downpipe that was left over from the old turbo because it was leaking out into the hot side, into the exhaust. I cleaned the exhaust, let it run. Now she's running, she's purring. Sounds good. We're burping the coolant system, letting it run. No blue smoke, no bad signs. I think she's healthy and ready. So we're gonna be burping this for another 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'll take her out on a slight test drive. Then we'll probably be doing the tuning tomorrow. Also, guys, if you see a little bit of residual buildup where you see a little bit of steam coming off the turbo, that's completely normal. I had to find that out the hard way. I thought there was something wrong with it, but it was just the residual oil. All right, guys, this is probably where I'm gonna end off today, but we're gonna take it around and just test drive it to make sure that everything's all right and nothing's leaking, and then we will go from there. All right, guys, so far so good. I just want to test it to make sure that it can hold all the pressure from the coolant. The coolant like being pressure tested with me giving it acceleration and stuff, but it hasn't, knock on wood, given me any issues yet. I'm gonna drive it around a little bit, and then we're gonna have to retune it because it needs my stage 2 back on. I know you're not supposed to like get into it. All right, guys, I'm a little beat up on my hands, but overall, that was a success. I'm glad that I went at it at 10 because I just got it done at, it's what, 1? 2:18. So I finished around 1:30 and we took it out for a drive. Working on it all day. I've been trying to perfect it, make sure everything's good. Tomorrow we'll be hopefully tuning it to, and with the JB4, I will be pushing it. But I'm gonna have to like go through like a break-in period with the turbo, I'm pretty sure. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys are excited to see what this turbo can do. And when we got back, I went over all the lines and nothing's leaking, so we have good luck with this. So I love you guys. Make sure to be happy, stress less. I'll see you in the next one. As always,